Good morning, Victoria Christensen here. I'm going to ask you something. Are you tired of just fighting in your relationship? Do you really understand why you are fighting? And of course, you are fighting with your partner, and the partner is the person that supposedly you love most, and he loves or she loves you most. So why do we fight? That is a very interesting question, right? So, well, it's a lot to talk about that. But I will give you two of the most important things why. It's always because you feel badly treated, so you have an expectation and it's not filled. That can be number one. And number two is because you feel that you are giving more than you are receiving, and then you are disappointed. That can be two. It's a lot more of them. Maybe I will do it tomorrow, but let's take those two first. The need inside you, the expectation, you have to understand, you have to go inside you have to take time apart, because the focus is inside you, and you have to understand what is it, what is the bound, what is the primary expectation, and why. And since it's inside you, only you can do something about it. Getting to know yourself won't change it, but it will give you the opportunity to deal with it in another way, because you know the root, and you will, with patience, with compassion for yourself, and with love for yourself, accept it and do the right things. Because if you had a high expectation, for example, that your children don't put the shoes all over the place when you get up, you know that is something inside you that provoke. So you have two choices: or fight all the time about it, or just take them. It's your necessity, it's your need. And of course, does it mean that you have to just accept everything without protesting? No. You give you time and patience to understand what, and then you can communicate it in a much different way, not demanding, but with emotional intimacy, with emotional vulnerability, with emotional honesty. And remember that the energy is what creates the response. So most probably it will help. The second one, that you are giving more than you are receiving, that normally is because of a low self-esteem. So work with that. Remember that you are worth it. Remember that the other one is also worth it. And when you work with your self-love, with your self-esteem, then you gain also patience and compassion for yourself and the other one. And that, of course, creates better ways of communicating, and giving and receiving will be much more in balance. And most important tool that I'm going to give you is give you time out. When you need most to explode, get out of the situation, give you time to go through all these points that I just given you, and then you will have much more capacity of knowing what is the right thing to do. Because what I'm telling you is not to accept, it's just to withdraw enough to get clarity. Okay? That is a very important tool. And remember that when you repeat often, it will get a habit. So the more that you allow yourself to explode, not to control your emotions in that way, it will be very toxic for you, for your couple, for your relationship, and for everybody around you, because it will be your way of being, and that hurts you the most.